Hello everybody, welcome to Teach5. Today we're going to look at the listening module of IELTS. We'll be looking at the various test structure, the scoring and the tips. In this video, you will learn the scoring criteria for IELTS listening, how does the test structure look like, and what should your approach be. So first let's look at the scoring. For the fact, basically your IELTS listening is the same for anybody who's taking up academic training or otherwise the general. The IELTS listening is the same for both of it. Here's what you get to see on your screen. This is the scoring pattern. So which means if in case you want to score a band score of 9, then it certainly means that you need to get at least 39 correct answers. And if it is 8.5, which means at least 37 correct answers. And likewise. How does the test structure look like? Now, IELTS listening is for 40 minutes, all right, in which you have 30 minutes continuously listening to the audio. So you would be listening to an audio for continuously about 30 minutes. Towards the end, say about for 10 minutes, you get to transfer your answers into your answer sheet. So which means overall, your IELTS listening is going to be for 40 minutes. 30 minutes you will be continuously listening, and the last 10 minutes is for transferring the answers into your answer sheet. You have 4 sections. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, and Section 4 in your IELTS listening. In all the 4 sections, it is divided 10 questions each. So which means in your section 1, you will be answering 10 questions. Section 2, another set of 10 questions. Section 3 and section 4, both 10 questions each. All right. So overall, you will be taking in about 40 questions. You will be answering to 40 questions, and each question carries 1 mark. Do remember that the audio will be played only once, so there is no chance for you to go back and listen to the audio again. What happens in your section 1? Let's look at that. Now, section 1 is a conversation which will happen between 2 people. This is a certain area wherein you will be listening to a conversation which happens on a day-to-day situation, or something that is some social context or situation which happens on a day-to-day basis, right? So what are you supposed to look forward for? Here, the skill tested on is whether you are able to understand, whether you are able to capture those specific factual information. So what is a factual information? What do you mean by factual information? Those are some certain specific information like name of a person or maybe a place, some certain date or maybe certain amount, some specific number. This is generally what happens in your section 1. So you will be answering about 10 questions in section 1, and you will be listening to a conversation which happens between 2 people. Roughly, you can say you can hear in about 2 to 3 audios. Depends. Now, in your section 2, it is a monologue. You will be listening to only one person speaking. All right? And the person chooses the speech that you will be listening to, or the talk that you're listening to, the audio basically. It is something that will be taken from, again, some social topic, some sort of conversation which was happening, all right, which is on a daily basis, all right. And what are you being tested here on? Here, you need to be testing on grabbing some main ideas of the conversation. Again, in section 2, you will be ending up answering 10 questions. So there will be 10 questions, and each question carries 1 mark. Your section 3 is going to be a conversation which is happening between 2 to 4 people. Rather, you can call it as a group discussion. Here, the topic is going to be an academic topic. So your section 3 is going to be more leaning on towards academic side. Your section 1 and 2 is something which is based on a social situation, but section 3 and 4 are leaning towards more on academic topic. Here you can listen to a conversation which is happening between 2 to 4 people. It could be about group discussion. Suddenly maybe having a conversation on a given project or some assignment, a professor trying to give a feedback or a tutor giving feedback about a certain project or assignment, etc. Basically, here you need to understand and recognize what is the opinion, what are the different attitudes and the purpose of the speaker. In section 3, you will be taking in about 10 questions. You will be answering to about 10 questions. Section 4 is a long lecture that you will be listening to. Generally, a lecturer rather giving, or a professor giving a lecture on a certain given topic. That's going to be very subjective. Okay, so basically the topics that you will be listening to, it's more leaning on towards the academic side. Now you don't have to be a specialized, or you don't have to be really having so much of knowledge about that particular subject. However, the language might be different and the lecture may be very complex. So you need to be focused on how and what your questions are, and basis of which you will have to answer a set of 10 questions. Now, what should you do? Here is a list of things that you should be doing. First and foremost, know the test structure. Just don't blindly go and listen to the audio. You should always try and predict your answers. How can you predict? You basically will have to look at the questions. Okay, so you should look at giving in answers for 2 questions at the same time. You will need to use the break wisely when the time is right and it has been given for you to check the questions, to read your questions. Make use of the time effectively. Concentrate, right? Most importantly, you should also be following the instructions. The instructions are given right before the start of each question in each sections. So read through the instructions, and before submitting, do check the spelling and the grammar, as all of these are very important. Finally, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Let us know what would you like us to post in the next comment.